No, ini bara.
Right, okay. Welcome. Basically, lot of Lala Mialonko is cool, man, that I can really relax.
What the madam?
Yeah, that's
what the madam?
Yeah.
Let them do something.
That's right.
Grand Villa.
Grand Villa.
That's fine.
Slowly. Yes. No.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people are basically Mialonko is very relaxed. So basically, I can understand. It's very relaxed.
Nina Fanny say what? Nidia, Nena Grand Villa is the best guest house in the Gambia.
Beji andikam Grand Villa Guest House. Na labungul bebe senyaring adum na bungul bebe nyarandiring coming ibela fila ila suwe taranyame. Ntel Grand Villa na kiliano la lafino wala mukawati ntel kam. Na ye sabati Grand Villa yela kodo na fa kalamuta.
Oh man, this is like a paradise.
I know.
I so much love this place.
Thank you.
Trust me, I love this place.
You can move somebody and what you want.
Yeah.
Grand Villa.
I tell you. I love this place. Okay. I love this place, man. Oh yeah.
Ni lefta na kuo keso sotola. Futama Oljuntum Paradise Estate. Mbaya kumandiroke 7527218. Wale futana website auto www.grandvillaguesthouse.com. Grand Villa Guest House.
Dreaming of owning a property in a prime location with great proximity and fantastic neighborhood? EJ Investments Sanyang Seaview Estate is the best choice you have been waiting for. Our Sanyang Seaview Estate is approximately 15 minutes drive away from the busy hub of Brusubi roundabout and into the heart of nature, where you can have a peaceful and relaxed lifestyle with your family. You can buy a finished 4-bedroom story with 5-year flexible.
Hello and welcome to Sting Corner here in the outskirts of Banjul. This is an intersection that that leads to Banjul, and this other road behind me leads to Bakau. We just few meters from Joshua. This is the place where the members of a pro-democracy movement calling itself 3Years Jotna are holding a procession to Banjul. They're going to hold a procession from this place right to 200 meters before you get to Denton Bridge. And this procession is premised on quote-unquote promised that President Adama Barrow has made to the Gambian people during his campaign that he is going to resign after 3-year transition and organize an election in which he will not contest. And with us here are two people who are also part of the procession. Altol ite tondu.
Nda tomu sanalti sana silla.
Ite bota minel.
Nda bota bundun jola kunda. Mbesi sila kunda jang. Bundun jola kunda.
Mune ite si jang.
3 years jotna wala si jang. Slim kona jang.
So muna maltol la long kangoti.
Nda la long kango ina dale. Adam Barrow lefta na agreement o men ke sanji sabal lefta ngole sa ji. Wala mun la agreement o na ji. Aiji wala mun la agreement o. Okay, kola dum fana na manji ni sanji saba manji drong abina do drong de sotla nyato because ntel nay wolef ha
ite tondi
ntom Sadio leti Sadio Sano ha
ite fana be 3 years
ha mbole to ha
ite la dalilo mum ite la lonka
nta mbata sancha ba sulejo yo ntella dalilo minti wala Adam Barrow na sanji sabale na campaign o be ke wala banku dungo be funding ke wol be iwura campaign o kai yo ako sanji saba ada funding ke wol jikindi min fana han kilim manke folo ay funding ke wol jikindi ay jikindi amuruta ay jikindi han kilim amake funding ke wol be batar ni mil be katu baku ye man sa domin tambitan ko la jamano ate fanan na tan ka fata simol fandinkel sembendu ate man na fandinkel makoy wala di nol betula jokol wala kay sanji saba wala ma adun nala ta fana banko kay bunya soto ay jidora ay banko sain ay sain di banko dum barum fandinkel batata normal fandinkel borta normal birin banko fa banko ba barla normal o fa ko leata ndel merol ndel kota da bari ndiwol fanding kewl wol batata dam baro no ma baka mem ma koy biya mambala fa soto biya kun kilunga bole no ma bi sanji saba ay di ala bunya kala horomo ka diwo ay o soto na lepta wala ay o soto
okay comme mbari muso kam men fota to nyalam because nyaaju wen mota woro nim fulola fa ba kono bi gambia la kole ale o sab because nyaaje nga adam baro nga karto fa ka shindi comme man sa do men tambita ya jamele jamano ni ya sin fondin kew be borta jankata yo sa nga karto fa nyine kamako pour fondin kew si do ko keno nyaaye fenke bar kabri adama na ta banko kan sa asita la nyin sanyi sabo kono ay muna kayim bankun kan anyina ta fondin kew la nim men ne banko ya because campagne la wadu men keba ko dol ka fan ka bandan del ka fan ka ban yanda kun kolo men jiten adama dadan del ko da kono ndew sana silla bundu jola kunda ay mitin kan del ko da kono wato men na wulerin ko dimba wo tembo iba fala ko na mitin ka momo ya do be to safela na ateman kanye be ba mari mutala ndela ko da kono bundu jola kunda ay mitin kije wada kamba ko da la mitin lem kambanyo bako tenangalon kambanyo nyanda kuma asila ar mitin kan da ar jungo sibito dimaso tenelun kambanyo kuma ndello ma fa ndello bundu jola kunda murda ko de ay mitin kan delmen ya nin delmen ya okonais imurta intelbe to save to book e ko nada adam man kanye e bendel be mutala so sai na bonya adam na da ka fisir wala otim woli im banko kan because bi gambian wol men ya carte o faaye adam man son woli ma ko la men ma faaye fere kate kala im banko ka to sila jam adam wol da
ite amera ala fisir wala ya ibe loring wala kambang fo ala fisir wala ya wala ya tinba
melora fisir wala ya kan anin ala do ku sodo bali akadi fondin kewle because jang ndelbe mu keba ler sa ndelbe ka do ko pour na fichole pour na din bayal pour soma kamma din ndelbe da men te sanyi ta woro ni fem sa nga men balu dunya ko dum maji kin so balu ko ta na balu ko no mbugo mi rafa ya kalamu so nin ku men bo nyama ndingulu anin na soma nin mamari ntel ko le ficho plan amanka ko min ntelti ndelata mo bandala sai bar mbey tan la ko ata adama bi asa hakilotu ba ka fo men benda janna amanji maloko la de fentaranya akom be malo
ay ba ko dol jikinni ko abe sino yelele ay wo fele dada ko fela ko fandin ko be do ko yella fandin ko be do ko kala adam barole fo gambia be fandin ko fata birim banku fa banku kamba non kata mesingol dinol kata mesingol yo sa nata asita anyina to fandin ko miliyalon ko man karte fa miliyalo man bula noma bi wolle ba koto iba nene le ya bula kolon kono amanya na bula la kolon min kono adam baro nanta num bunya min sita no anyata tan la tenno bara mabe ay fandin kol mediam lo le to yala nene la fandin kol nene la ma han fe fandin ke fandin nyaaje be fala ba ko ko nata banku dum be dahal be bara ko mole fana hido la
nte karamo touré adama baro de mbota basele basen ko le monte
ina ibota basele na da protest la
yes mbota basele na da protest la lafta men yitan la adama baro la first of all ay gambian wol fel dameng ako free education obe sodlale ay wo stop le mol ka wo jole killing fulanjang ako mani boto before ibe sila ako mani boto nadiata ale itel bakela 700 900 ya moy wo fana mangwok fulanjang menti amam banko de la respect ko dila because na ba yebe wa file ñew bu ka soto saing senegalel ening tayne sol le kana mol la bata saing e ka mol la ñew kendol be samba dal bu ka ñe kendo soto sokontel fuarol ya moy ning abota woto Gambia dungul le asindi wo horomo ne bunya madi mola because akalo birka mate makafa kuyata me adiata me ndabita 5 years lale o fang manke kumote me alon ka nyanta bolatele da kono ya understand okay ala député lota ka kebal nani wo manke silate me alon ko a nyanta accept la ya moy okay na bota wota fanan hade mandul be da men boro hana munko atamo la hospital lolto ni tata ika muneke ika kayto la safe ko eta pharmacie to ni tara formation to ka boro samena keme nani lomu na di adoyata keme fula talul sa nintel fuarol kontel bo sanan dengulé wala na musol wala téléphone kun mbeta minto do ko man soto yur sol man do ko soto funding ko bebe fala wulo kono because of project jang company ti jang man sabu ka fen create mole me yalon ko asintol asi funding ko sindino nyim banku ka baro mo create baro e muneke ay yutal movement le yele aka molla na fulota aka sika di wolla woli be motol sanna ibe raidal sanna ibe borla sato kono ibe molla essential jendla ntol we are enough fatalale ay molla banko say na sanji sabole fo la hidolo me yalon ko men ka fo ko man safe wala man sain foni itata kitudula jannibe la fenko safela ngamere ka diamule folo e ka voice le di ne voice di yana safe a fo baro e ko ay molla banko say kayro kono yalo nyin ye mol jele ko di nyemu dumal ni wolete na man son januar malaikol fang lebe jila kamana iso al sofa ntel pareta le pour ngana banko tabulu ngadi mola me alanko asi mola banko protect asi yul solde ma do koto asi karam mafo karam bede bari dinde na mol wole free education soto nyin kamala Gambia finance develop bari Gambia be develop la wen momo nata asika kila ala poso kono anala do kulale ntol men yalonko ntel ka carte keso ditela ite kasi ite ba enjoy la ntol be jarabirin fo warrisin afay ko na akuyata e afana diata e inshallah ñun sanji sabo na diata ala na la kilay abe jilale ala baraka
inum bara alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ko ndande mbaaj ndeto mur lamin yafa mbota latri kunda sabi bari I am from Kuntaru Tuba
so ita fana nata protest ka mol man muna motala dalilo
na dalilo jam pour kana ja wolom ñindi ko baro jannabe banko tala yayi raja ko mole ko mbe sanji sabal kala ni nga sanji sabaki je mbe jira mbe election o kumandila ndemu business mano lati mbe resign mbe banko mol bulala yela banko e yela president tombong sa ni o fo molier sa ndele yena si ko rek fo sanji sabo sida ita kana fo mole ko akuyate adiyate ndebe sila janne yalo wo mu mol filindoleti yemmi fo mole e nyinata wala tin nantel nada sai ngin 3 years o min aya fo molier ay ji na man ji fanan den de solution so lal be minkela wala en si jang
ba sa banko la loi sa baroko banko la loi andum banko la loi wala fo ko ay tuje fof sanje lulu asa tuno je fo sanje
asa tuno je because of banko la loi mo be nyanta ko buña bari banko la loi bi je nyamen lu minne iba decide la 3 years yalla tel be banko la loi lon ko di so banko la loi mu 5 years bari tel 3 years le fo adu ni wala findi da banko digol kan so wala tin ndel ba no maka wada man nemude bandi wada mbe 5 years wolonne ko wala banko wala luwati yo bar sayin ita fa ngonare ko mole ko mbe sanji sabala kela ni o sanji sabo sire yalla nyanta jila ko ñinam problème o ñin
so ita lafta say na jita ay munke comme ay ji ay
na jita fana ay min fo mole asita wala ala business o comme ndel fanal ben business o la ñame banko mole fanal ci mo jube mi ya lonko asi banko sambano ilaftala wasilo way banko samba
because ibajala yalon nim Gambia loi même fo wala nim man sa jita ala vice president wala be continue la kala tamo la ba no wodunte je speaker e continue kala time wala ba so ite lafta IG ala vice president continue on band of coalition agreement ye même fo IG ira election
mimu kumo be bandawte doron wala mjinde doron ay ji mo leta election la bayra fa ngoy wala fo yalla harmade ni min fo ni o bara doron ini mol bu ka problème o soto ban ni kumo fo mol la million ko ida fa mam bara wala mol bi na fo lele ko yem min fo mam bara wala ko wala dumbe kerinte ñin diamo ni aja siada ni adar ko baro fo mu good citizen like others like mol mili bi jannu do minu ñun kumo ata furalon nun teng asi mol kumanda fo ko nale sanji sabale fo wo sanji sabo sida say ndebe jila ala jibe bambe banko kala nyaade nayo kenu dami no lumi mboko binte tarla nu jang dami be kuma dola fola bal nyimbe ndeka ji nyame wom hadu molati ni hadu meta do ka fo abella harma di be wala nyama ni wode banko mo la barobe bola na Dakar lumi na be na airport ni tete jam mil bi jang wol yalonne wolu anim bitema wol mage kilinti de wolu mo bebe la firingala ba neje moli bato ni daga kum
ngate ci kanga sindi mo la banko kanka adua to fay campagne ko sanji sabal nay campagne ko la birin koy na fo carton 3 years aka fal karto fay coalition o ne winta mbe silante mu koda wa filal nin sita sanji sabo banta mbe jilale nga banko say politicien olma karto fay nim poti me winta si sanji lu ndemu koda wa filal mbe murula na business ola say baro sita akata ay domoro ke fa kono fata katalo birkama akuyata me adiata me sanji lu mbole kala jam alo la kumo ay ente dimin bakele bake wente dimin bakele ha wente dimin bakele baro hani bi na diata ente dino ni sawo bi fa ay ji ente nata wala fa la bi fa ay stay down ay mo la banko di mo wala nak mo tala
baraka yes ite tondi
nde lamin fofora jara karanta ba
ite boda jara karanta ba kana protest la fo boda
mboɗo jara karanta bala pour kana maɓe ñin démonstration oɗo gos ñajuɓe tol jarankolo ñin ko kono tol manque komo gati jee ɓayri adam baron tol ga jikolo soto ɗum ala karola ɓake ɗum adam ɓe campagne o ke kan tumina momalo ñin banko kan ɓaɗa kabirin adama finta na keɓa kendol min yalanko na jikoɓe kay adama tombo ya tambinni min kata coalition o molde adama yo coalition a wolle folo jam fa adama bi advice am babulu moma hapolon anun coalition special advisor le siga yedi adama kabin adama pare pour que bampo jamfa o advisor la wolle folo drop ay ñu advisor la min yalon ko hani la bu ta to ronno sago ka banko yamari yawni sal so nadaje ko ñim molde ñim to ngamina ñine ben do kanandila bari ñim manka mode kan to kanandi moro ni ko fo mira bala fa warta bak ni wato min tambe na gambe di no mo jella to lañ banko no adama bala campagne la hani ka campagne stop ka fu banko mo nga public holiday di pour banko dugol min yalon ko dura ñi bakono bu kamala nga public holiday di yala campagne ko ndu amake hani ya jamena ya jameya ala tamo ni sifa kala do ku bukake ak public holiday di so wodo adama kayita ni banko mo la ko banko mo la ya ka te je bala man gambe amandol mu do fendi so wodo kamala do man chance di adama na sanji sawolo fo adama kabila sita ko wo banda gambie janne man sammi mina pour kana gambie di won yabu woro ni adama ko yamira be gambie di won yabu la ka fon le nene ay nyim place o bula ay ta 30 by 30 25 by 25 ay da wa fi ngalo wala ndanga wala solo simil lano ko mo gala baraka
ete tondi
ndoto musana jedel de bundung e ka fa tia sene mandingo
e num bara de
so ite nata munela jang
antana da minda jang adama baro katon to koyna ay campagne o kemi na ko ni sanji sabu sita abe banko sendra wolen de sijam bi pour kay tandala ye banko dingol lahi dimina sanji saba so sanji sabu sita na rakane wala pour nga tandala mo la banko sende ay ji because adama baro first to first ay mo disappoint bakele adama baro folo brabe campagne la ay la banko to le mo lotaka ay kuma dimal befo so biya kana lo ala min folo fa endimi biya kana lo aka fo ka adiata miye akuyata miye ndebe sila sanji lulu adam boro ndala na ma fansinde mo la sinde bindaje ba fala president ala ta ko la gambia no la enta ka mol bunya mo ya bunyal fulande fanan mo la ba fanan nyawa ya wa fi keni sol nyam mo nyebu ka soto ya jele campagne na ako na de sida mandi bo da bi da del keme woro wula o fanan bang soto ani say so adam baro dal na was mistake na life kono ngana kadde di adam baro la ya jame is better than Adam Boro 100 times. Inte damada ma ya jame for today is better Adam Boro laftala IG. Ay mo la banko sen. Ha. Ya jame is better than Adam Boro. Billahi wala tala na was mistake na life kono. Wala ngana carte di Adam Boro. So ndalo min foya ko. Min mala kairoti. Ay banko sendi no ay banko la hidi mo la. Ndu hani muslima mu kangol di no for ya fana mu kangol. Because britol banko brabe banko rauna. Ade fon alen ko sanji lulen constitution. Bodi tol be alen ko agrita sanji sabola. So sanji sabola sida so ndol katana abor ate banko sambanora neni kam sanji lo sida mbebe tune la dinko la kono so nyimbe min fola ay banko sendi wala la kayro ta la bunya si ay ta la business wala akam businessman ol ay ta la business wala kana pisali business wala wati hani ya jamena ya asida jane first 3 years o gambe nol be ya likely what adam boro nyanda koros la ma de less than 3 years chocho be rembo billion tele bijang mo be ko praji so akana hadome nde min fola ay wasa ay miso do wala harjeedi ay dala business wala la kayrodi wala banku di wala kayrodi mbe wala fola ay ji ay da business wala
so I mean thank you very much This is a live broadcast from Sting Corner right here at the intersection, the first intersection you get from Joshua heading to Banjul. There are people gathered here who are protesting for President Adama Barrow to honor his 3-year transitional agreement that he has had with the coalition. I mean, a number of people have spoken to have articulated their wishes, which is that their goal is for President Adama Barrow to resign and call for election as it is stated in the coalition agreement. But to put a bit of context to this, the Gambian former President Yahya Jammeh was defeated at polls on December 1st by a group of 7 parties and 3 independent members. 3 independent members of a 7-party coalition and 3 independent members. And this coalition had an agreement called the Coalition MOU, Coalition 2016 MOU. This MOU was created at YMCA and then endorsed later by a coalition of 7 parties and 3 independent candidates. 2 independents of whom were National Assembly members, and 1 independent, Dr. Aissatou Toure, a presidential candidate. These people came together, and the agreement was, among other things, that President Adama Barrow was going to serve a 3-year transitional agreement, and he was going to resign and call for a fresh vote, in which he will not participate. But there are a number of procedures as to how this particular procedure should be followed. 1, the government constitution has given President Adama Barrow a 3-year mandate, a 5-year mandate. And that same constitution says that if the president resigns, what is going to happen is the vice president is going to complete his term. And if the vice president is not there, the speaker will complete his term. So the coalition transitional agreement is, the coalition is supposed to have a transitional act, so to speak, to say that if the president resigns, the vice president is going to hold an election within 90 days. So even if President Barrow intends to honor his agreement, there is supposed to be an amendment to the laws of this country to say that if the president resigns, the vice president is going to hold an election within 90 days so that the coalition agreement can be fully established. But there are a number of things that were also wrong with the coalition agreement. And this, I suppose, members here who are going to hold the procession are going to hold the political leaders of the coalition also to task for also a failure to enact any sort of law that will create the coalition transitional agreement that they intended was going to help them to move from Barrow's initial 3-year to another term of another president. Currently, you have coalition members have a combination of close to 40 lawmakers, if not more, in the National Assembly. You have UDP that has a considerable number, 32, of course, including the 10 that they have expelled, the 8 that they have expelled. You have the PDOIs that has 4. You have the NRP that has 5. This combinatively could help in enacting a coalition transitional agreement, which was never done anyway. In fact, in the initial stages of the coalition, all the initial agreements that were stated in the coalition were neglected by a lot of the political, if not all of the political authorities that established the coalition. So basically, as a lot of members of the 3 Years Jotna have articulated, it's a procession to hold their political leaders to account with regards to the agreement that they have agreed upon. There are a number of people here I could speak to. Hello, sir. Ita Tondi.
Ndram Lamin Kambi.
Ita fanamu 3 years support.
Exactly. Banku dinken dolo munti sanji sawa na wolofo brabe campaign la wolofo nyeko sanji sabo na sita be jilale so sanji sabo nyin sita sai bile na d'accord ta billa because nyin 3 sanji sabo nyin alonako amanya ka tambala because ay la hidota wala brabe campaign la campaign promise be krawol ko sanji saba baro kata mu forolti foro du ke kan wala timmandi e kan yemem fo ke wala timmandi so nata atla foro ya ba timmandi la bi du kare nim frata ma bi ay ji ay no ko njitale ngata election la ko teke do dam man ko dam ma dana bul kayra ko wala mu man na sonkala man na fitna la fentem bulo kono bulu kan sangol lemu so abo wala nyama sanji saba na e wala fo sanji sabo nyin sitale ay ji ay banku dingol so ngana la fena banku la ta nyame ay tawo nyama period
dolu ko 3 years jotna mu UDP kafolde bayri kam fatala because baroye botole nete munen miraw
kuma ken sam fola woti because ndamen kadi yamude ndam manke UDP dingoti ndam banku dingolti banku din ken dolo mundi ma UDP den ga dum mam political party den ga dum bankola party bankola flako bi ngolo dum wala mu red blue white and green so ndam banku dingolti na banku na rights mbolo exercise can be andu mo nyanta mbolo franga na right exercise because bin bakar do fala ma fa UDP kan alors as an independent candidate le ala party ala manifesto tan na kardo fay based on that 3 years na kardo fay sa nin 3 years o sita anu ate fon la hido di ko nin 3 years o sita be jidale 3 years o sita sa aka mina foko teke ay ji dron simple wada mala be je
so eta bana la tala ay ji
okay ndo wala bra ji because baro kabin coalition be formula mbijele okay momo ni nyanda mo tawula bonna kuma banko kan kanadi o PPP la mo ndele mo tawula to mo bashe kuma banko ka kanadi ijarandala bungono itaraje fo tilisaba okay ni ko oje jalo urma PPP le oje jalo data fonde ko membe kering al nga tray o mo tawula ni tamanda lokan ye bero yadi adama barola because as coalition lead no because wadra ko parti do makara boje because parti UDP le sembo soto ba mangi parti kuti because oje lafta ka yaja mo bonni banko kan hawo strategy o mo daraje fo mo le sama otelodo mo warula men lo mo itel mo warula men mo nano men lo do mo mon diala kuma kan fo adama baro ma ate men fo mo le gambe ko na de sida ate tam sanni sabola be jila o sanni sabola mura ba biso sola na la kanyani fana abe education kala free amane boro ko kemo man boro ko kemo konondo okay kuma kan fo ngab ban kuma kan wa kala silandi amadu balika muda ka ma ko fan kala taymo ka fu taymo man shi diamo adama baro mon na kata fa kanyeda kabra kanyeda do kabra kanyeda do mon nay bongo yaay ada kata ke so kem sama kata ke sele so dan sama nyina amadu ba kata ke so tawrula anin nani alfa salla kata ke so taworo anin lulu bolon ni docteur lamin bojang kata ke so tan nani anin lulu anin sama nyina bo be coalition dulale okay adama baro kabra gada ka idan ka wulin ka som banko nyinga mbo fanan do ka yayin di banko nyinga ka idan mo ka kuro san ka samba sat te tundol kantari after mo na campagne election nyinge na da banko aka fu mo le ko nin kanyada mbo man boro kala keme kono dolati be education kala free muso nin ko mbabe kala free di be le plan lo boroto mankela ba mo boro man bara wala fa ko treso fanan sida wala abalanda ka ji treso kono bo adama baro kali banko mo le ka fu nin treso sida be jilale be na bisse sola adama baro na gambe non fail wala inde fundini kana ka mol fasa because na kata me na fasa 3 years woni kan ni 3 years sida ay nda jila nda mol kan dila mola because mola kata ene
baraka bak ite to yusfa dabo sandu daslame mbabili fi ladro kunda okay baraka bak ite fana lafta kuma lalaka
alhamdulillah
okay ite tondu
ante to mo lamen kindelti badi bu kinda kunda janaya mbota wolto
bari ibe steering janne fo
no mantara steering jambe steering badi bule kunu somandala cross tanan kana
protest la
kana protest la
okay so mune ite bari ite sabatal di ite sabatanan ite botanan dula janne di
botanan dula janne because of nga banko leje mammo kunkile naje alala de maro bi ni mol mel be bende jambi ya banko leje ya dinnon fana sama lafta walla yo commune mansamen tambinde na lahido fonu lahido nyin ngole tan dala ko yesanji sabo men fo asitale sa wo sanji sabo kono bi ale ake bimbolo kono pour ngata nganna letaro diala ngata dala ko sa January 19 isin jabi nan letaro nyin kono ya tandi mbolo ko banko nyin ba sen lan male kayro kono ba naman koti tumando malo sa soto je anala mol mel bebe je malo si be soto anta suwala fono do
man ni muku folol de kata ka letter diala kaitan dala ko to lafte bo
ni muku folol ti Gambia this is the first time
3 years
okay keto kulere me an ko abe kala nyon tawon ti fana andu man lafi nim man so man sanata ya banko de lahidi menna ya tamo lahido ni man tamo lahido la at the next minute ibida men sotol je wolbe kala maloti andu sa gambia be tambo men do sa mansula mola me alon ko abina abe kala masati banko kan ayna kuma fo mola me an ko man soto adam baro fo nyande kala molti me alon ko nyanta bala fa soto la gambia no le bake sako mel yalon ko wati tambita yela mol fani banko kan jam bidata sito manse ala nim bitema anamna futo dol do manasa fo ko natal konton sawalla o natal kontani ndinyina la o dol namna soto adam baro amum molti me alon ko amam bala fa soto han mo kliye mel yalon ko batata e kunun kana bi kan adam baro yo lel jam fanda fanna mel man bata e katanda fanna o keta bala fa do adam baro fana akeda molti me alon ko amam man say amam fahamo soto je amam londo soto je na londo soto je because I first speak me I meant for ako on the one masa ndol man lafi on the one masa len banko kan ndol man lafi on the one masa len banko kan bi man lafi on the one masa len banko kan sama lafta boje lafta wala ker fa dum bal konto na bak mbal tan la
baraka baga defana am badi sorry tondi
teto Lamin Jallo Lamin Jallo from Brikama Combo Brikama Combo
ifana lara
wa mfanda 3 years ola na dalilo ni wolong dunia funga mutanyo fe because of 3 years 5 years different style. The difference is, is the people's choice, people's voice. Because ndol Gambia me ndol fundi tale ndol nga Libya kele yaka spede kata Burkina wol Niger especially like country like Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana ndol ngo kele but talo nambaloto but if you come to in a Gambian politics people's choice is very lacking in the country because of new problem oti ite da maman karte fayi ite da maman fasini president Sirankan it's people's choice so the 3 years that is signifying that coalition this is the first time in the Gambian history we are saying 54 good years independent as we are saying in Gambian politics so but for 3 years for coalition is bringing union to our community
so ninkumu dal mol ay kambe wala fe ay molel sambala nyoka itamalla fi wala janja
is what I'm saying handing the culture photo our Gambian culture is what we found every person here in the Gambia here you born in an extended family so you cannot deny it so in an extended family is a government so obviously your administration you got to be very strict to them and warn them for your next term coming
so ite lafta baro e munake
ndafta baro minka wolonga nyi sanji sabo coalition le masakunda diala baroma amafon sympathy so jang is people who combine themselves parties join themselves together to make baro to be baro today
so lafta boje
so obviously no hanama boje but I fundinang anim banko mole nyati nyola nga amin fota nga kacha min fota election ola ani neymani ko na baluo ndol be bijanne ndol be baro don't give penny to nobody here no officer here give penny to someone here so we got to stick to each other and I'm assuring the security that let them be our security for the betterment of 30 years coming for the future of the student in the school. Our student in the school, in the university, especially our youth in the Gambia. We was in Mali. We are there. They call themselves they are the positive one who can able to rescue us here in the Gambia here.
Immigrants, government official or from?
Not government official. Government officials are there. Fake. They are fake.
Nga katro fay nga rasole nga mo bi barobe pe kamjola wato minna abe banko ene wato minna mbeke de clinity pour que dictateur so mo sakuna bo ya jama mo sakuna bo ko dictateur lo mati because abe kambenyo kala mo to minna ay 3 years le fo nga ndele katro nga fay 3 years le kama nen 3 years sita akabe banko jinilale ay ji ay banko di gamenol la You understand? So 3 years so sita abanso abalanta diamo siata miliba noma wol mambata e bele interest noma moda min ko lafta bo kono sa lafta ko khunda nyaato ka tani dunya la ko mala fi baro bi mala fa sama ala ma ko nay dang because mbano ma ngaminja ala mo ko nakara nyami moda min kono ngada bla wala kono adu mala fo ni banko ka ni banko tamita wala le you understand baro nyata aya kan timbandi because nimba na tankunda baro la tankuni nimbaro banko ma tankun baro ma tankuni because ay la helo ndi molla 3 years ayo timbandi you understand problem bebe keri abe baro de ba danna ay mola banko say 3 years ada banko samarola man bodo ko keme kolonto man bodo ja wuli kirin keme fule kasa wala baro la seni santé ma ama no development mata gambe jam fe di jang abe very slow you understand ama wona fa fenna so ala nga fere ke duna yamba ko nga bondi na fatala
I want to speak in
Pula.
Yes, I want to speak in Pula. Assalamu alaikum. Onen musdal yimbe Gambia. Minen ko duubi tati min kaldi e Adama Barrow. Ko min wite Seydi Moro nyamina dankunko. Min wi Rambo no min kawrado min cipira. Min yo Rambo. Bari o wi epirasi be arabe lapamin. Minen do ona pati goto woni do. Patiji jeenay fobe do hande komin kaldi Adama Barrow e to campagne ko dum woni duubi tati te duubi tati yonma ona pullo ona jolfo ngare Gambian ngare punte ngare habe right mon do ko démocratie woni helejo démocratie woni nder ole woni koya hollu Adama Barrow ne o makko min wona kalis jiba mako be pecce kalis ameni no guru be pecce kalis ameni officer mabbe youth movement the same thing is coming back we are tired of that and we are tired because you look at the economy of the Gambia is going down and down and we talk 3 years yet we talk about but do be 30 min kaldi ko dum woni si do be 30 hubi o jippat kanko mako haali ko dum mi nangi ko dum taki patiji fobe ngari do Gambia naabe fo minen do Adama Barrow min weda o letter hande min dutta min jendaw so arani o jabani min dutta do ko do min balata e bibe amene sukabe amen be fof on jarami on Seydi Mo
ita todu ita to
alkali dam fati
botaming
sukuta lafta diam la menna fos mbastar la menna wala the coalition of exactly lumene be benna in Senegambie kanyin convention ka dada parti sele denta e ka futa nyoma pour que yaya bay Adama Barrow ya long ala ya long kila ya long na ko on dadde sangi sabo na si denta jila adakele masode bi o parti se o kilin ngabe la man saya banyaje be la intereso ye fay nyamo kono lafta yaya la bayla oto on dadde ni Adama ko sangi sabo na si denta jila o tay kinyaro kele olbe arakil be man masakede bi woto Adama ngenda sonna bi ñin sangi sabo bira sita nin tamu Adama Barrow de nun Gambia din kilmen kan fa dala atle fo ngenda wulla ta television do banko mo lu namu ndel na le starto ta lahido me yalan ko alako ser salo tatire dama de ma lahido ma timbandi hanna da kafiro no adu nyotema Adama ngenda wulla ndako banko mo le ko ndel na le sangi sabo fo asidal de bar nga mel lamma keno alim ma koy alakan kila kan ngata men ngol lu complete Gambia din kilim manke me ka sun mo jawetale mbi Adama ba bu la be tambile sanji lulu bad ni Adama do mitindu la ko nali findira mbeji kan do bon nalu kan atay lu watinya man sa ci men kan lu watinya ngoy Adama Barrow la ko sa ko ma fa da ko la mola men ka fo ko nali findira mbeji kan do bon nalu kan ngoje Adama Barrow la Adama Barrow ala man saya Gambia fondin ciol la ya sendi ke bal ni findira da dantan dem banko fondin kela guta bila musu fake modi kela mbe do kono kala Adama Barrow mbe do kono tonya sabay mana fulanja mana be jaxal kan jang I am not seeing the civil servants here ikamuna sele man na ka fa mona jang this is in our constitution banko la mara kitaba wala kono ako nga findi nan ni ko nga itandi muna yatinna banko civil servants banko ne ke ma wala kono din ata banko loi wala ndol sijang muna ne ke ma wala kono e ke ma wala kono they have to join us here we all demonstrate ni manka fitna kudi men ka fa ko fitno le mo wala fitna tumulti men ka fa fitno wala mo fitna tumulti na banko la maral kitabo men ko Adama Barrow si sanjilulu
men kay sanjilulu o sanjilulu kilo kilo wala ko nga findi nga demonstrate banna demonstrate do makem faye makem manke girade manke malakati adama dala ya fontoli ya ko nga wul sangi sama ben sindila de nasida but billahi wallahi tallahi adama can never govern this country ate banko samanola ko munen niyo ku ya karambalo le yakuru ya bula tema ibela jiwo fandi ale atabe dem nañ gisola adama ya jebe kupi bang ya tude biak tuman kelti bi ya bi tuman kelmati bi ala do endimi fon safa bi adama toke gambe aya bang sa te kilinta je tundu kilinta je lodda mena ko ya bina gambe fofoñi ako fofoñi ko le ko ya bina ako foñi ko le ko al salon ko be gambe la kon wala ko adam bolo ko foñi man gambe ko oro din jaw nin jobe foñi ko la adam bolo bu jaw folot mo ma fay ko foñi man gambe kon woto adama abe mento alata sonnala hani alada madama la buso akande adam boro fele bar na boto ala bala nyin sangi sabo tatula nyin sangi sabo atatula so ya baraka
My name is Abdullah Maram, and what I want to tell Adama Barrow and those people who are labeling us as criminals, as people who are trying to create violence in this country. This Years Jotna, we are not here to create violence in this country. We are all lovers of this country. We don't have any country in this world apart from Gambia. We are from here. This is the country we know. But this is our democratic right to come out and say to the president, you have to stick on your promises. For the past 22 years, we have been ruling by a president who is very brutal, killing our peoples, making women's widows, and so many other things. So now we don't want to have such again. So we want a leader who will be a dynamic leader, a leader who will stick on his words, not a leader who will make a promise today just to perpetuate himself into the power for so long. We don't want that, and that's why we are here. We are not criminals. We are just here to show to the world that our leaders are not. They don't stick on their promises. So we have to hold accountable for that. So this is not a criminal gang. We are here to show to the world that he has to step down. That's all.
Abaraka Bake.
Anyway, just about what people have been saying.
What's your name?
My name is Lamin Barrow.
Lamin Barrow.
Yes, my name is Lamin Barrow. The reason of me coming here is just to add on the people's voice. What has the 3 years? The reason of coming, Adama Barrow being an independent candidate is because of the coalition. So and then the coalition, without the 3 years, there will be no coalition. So therefore, he's supposed to honor the 3 years so that we can go back to the pool and then people select who they want. Because the purpose of coalition is these 3 years. Without the 3 years, there will be no coalition. So therefore, let him honor the MOU. We all forge way forward. Gambia belongs to all of us. But because there are greedy people around Adama who are embezzling our money and then pocketing, enriching themselves. This is our worry. Adama himself, he knows. We are the one who put him where he is, through UDP. Nobody knows Adama Barrow. It's because of UDP people know him. So this is our worry.
If another protest.
Yes. That Alaji Sedi lady. Sedi.
Sedi.
Yes. Adama Barrow, like na sanji sa wala fo kamwel. Adu asida bunyani horomola ga. Kamma fe kamwel asida bunyani horomo endati mandela. Ani mole sanji sa bomi fa asida la eji. Iko foro ya mu kawandi. Foro ni la kawandi nyaare la foro ya di nyaara. So jandal man na kelela. Man na nendir la. Man na violence la man na fenna kayra silo wala en sija. Ado jambe alfa le bijang. Miliyan ko dimbale do suko mamirol bina jang ko kana tinyaro. So ndol kala lon kana letaro samba. A read a jami mbasa verinje. Adu nganyanda accept la because ani mole min fo bi wala sir. Ndel mo wilim fa yango 3 years. Adala fa da kon. So by right anyanda county mandila ndeng wol so pour ka fa gambeno le. Nga kayro sabadindi nga ta kayro kono nga say kayro kono. That's all. Ala barka.
Dr. Sadio Dabo.
Sadio?
Dabo.
Sadio Dabo.
Yeah.
Okay. Ite panana 3 years.
Tonya Baro. De Baro lo bakile kabriman ko mankunda.
So ite panana after like resign.
Baro, yes. I wanted to resign because I found a family. afa ne afo mo le nay banko yayi wala ako ni sanji sabo ci tabe jila ay dala business wala so dukara ay ngadani ala kan kila kan ay molla surrounding molla ay dala 20 by 20 wa flola
ye campaign o kala no election what presidential election
bata kalama nga election o kele de bero fay ka barole bar nga fay sanji sabo because ay wala fo moli ma bero fay wala sanji sabo la ka ya andel be nara kayrol mo man na fitinela mo man na kelela mo man na sonkala te nara kayro to ron ram ngata ngalla leta ro diala ay amuta rit karoti limuang ay more reply de sulari wo ron la fe manda sonka kele manda kele wala mun del la kayro ndel ba dani la ala kan kilaka bukare ay resign ay même fo mol ya make ay la hiro men di mol la make ako man boto aba wafla keme woro wala banko kanja bi man boto be wuli kilin keme woro sadam boto wuli kilin keme woro wala wuli kilin keme woro ko la fam te ka man wasan every day man boto ka san $1,500 bi akata mitun ke dula do da ka fa mole ko man boto be keme konon ko man soto ni meyo fire ko sajo dabo ko ko man soto ni banko kanja wotija wotija man boto wuli kilin keme woro wala wuli kilin keme lulu wala ka wafu ba ko kanja yes
abaraka ba ete fana na ta protest la ete tondu
na ta 3 years jotna nde to ami samura lati
ami samura ete botami
mboda ibo town ade
munete sindi si jam
na ta na ngalai do men fo na ta wala nyininka kado adam baron na ilahi do le fo ko sanji saba habe banko marala wala ba jila ba di la banko di wala tam businessman olati akate manna president yala adam baro be banko tala wato min hani ko momo ko be banko ba marala lokun killing ibe sonna la priye banko mar kandu wato be molo baykan ngo kole ala ba keri mbar ngo kole ya bay nyonya nga adam baro samana na carte ke sol way banko ta ki dollar way kole ala mol kam bar nga men samana na carte ke sol way kole ya men la mol kam fa wala tambida men sida ki dol kanda te nga carte wol fa ya sida ako kole ya be bolale kole ya kala fala bukatala nten kaman boto sanni ate ko man boto be kala dalas keme woro wala birawa banko nyini la santol kamano men sa kata boto dalas keme lulu nga mano sa wala dun defa ko kamano boto la sa santol man na kala man na sonkala yala man joranje mo bulija na tala kan na lahi do nyini kan na lahi do men fa ya timmanda e ji ay na banko dinna kayro ko man banko nyini fitino kono akana son fitino ya bonda bulu kayro do ron nata wala en banko sendi ma kayro kono wala mol bendi jambi
abaraka ba
Adam Barrow ko
ete tondu
ndotom Aliou Koli la de
Aliou Koli
yes
okay
mara ne manasir so nara janna ni Adam Barrow ay la hido min di molla nata puru ko la nyinin kabul aya timmandi bay ako foro la mati anyanta la foro kandala le ni aji be Gambia sen tambita nyina la ka foko man sabina janna kan nene Gambia tambita wala le nga dictator ba nyim banko kan baraka mun ta dictator la ba ko nga findinde kan nyim banko kan kotengam ya jambe basila wato minna do a 30 ma wulum but history nying e ko 6 months wo bataje idara ngamra 2 years bara jibe dictator wo anata ke wala nyama nata ke wala nyama nata ke wala nyama fa Gambia nata bula nyum toro kon wara Gambia ning Adam Barrow fanam bula ayni sanji sabo si sanji lulo si mbita bula lo nyon ko wala kono kotenge andun ko never again amanyan na kala jang kotenge nungata kala jang kotenge so bimbita la nganne letaro dandang ni Adam Barrow mansong ke MOU ka respect aba Gambia lo lon na January lala so Gambia ntol paretare annu sam paretare kanda banko ka bandi any violence kono so ni Adam Barrow man la fi fitinola ay Gambia no ay na banko sendima ngay na sotam bamin falay
abaraka ba ete to
I'm from New York City, America.
Oh, okay. You want to speak in
No,
English?
I want to Mandinga.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So, it inata nyina bang fa itaraja.
Actually, I'm been the general sheet that I could do Alfatio dia for 3 years demonstrator ke nyala jamoka na sata nyala. Yes.
Mune osabu?
Because me osabu ngajibe bango kata nyamin amomoli nyafa. Forceful adama banko mol promotion men antala jero de kilente ja manke yente men fon kundi mo jeyten adama barola na America sinya flamba mi ala last trip aba gida mo do kono to in the hotel from the hotel ndal fulo mbulo dial and my wife ndol shidala adama baro laftala kuma funyin shi memoy shidala adama baro ko arrest for 30 minutes so nimmen lafta gele stagel wo 30 minutes on do shida yanga time ta for shida fa resta yako tandalem timi fulo mi adam tala hotel room kono adama yele fon tole ko kuma manya na jam fulan man ka ko diamo no bar ngam kuma kan menta adama da biraji da moto kono dolo maymuna shishe albeka to moyle akaye ko adama baro e mano jele mo man tambe opposition la New York City kono jamme ñi kabirim fudala hotelo daro adunta hotelo kono tata shitan tata berem fudala nga fudala bunda to dra wulta ay bulodin telefula ko maymune ko mune ko ñi ciowlo mbaka ha ñi dolle mo fulode me ya ñi nga ko man ka journalist bar alama kuma kan mon fontole kilinte ya manta ay menta nga ñini nga sanso la ko la ko sanso December be sanso wuro adama da nda ntulo akoy we need security nyal kede security be title more than before adama da ntulo number 3 ako bañonto bara colonial already we have to build adama man fanfanki fontol ñinde tala ko mala bam Gambia dunia be tout mo kata avance sañatole ntole kata komale yenta kunni o menge den nga fole aterale asindi America 5 tan so ban siri America New York City badi jama en diam ko me ba fole stru modol fo ma jey lolde bare alama na findida ko mbe siri na tibi kundo America be fonkina alama ko ni dol findida laba ngotre Gambia je ka jakale ba ni findida jani be koko kele kafro ko dash fora e ko wala ban dash fora adama dala ofu adama kilona na da ko dash fora mo problème ol ndol ni adama jumana problème ol fondol nyande tarra ko mala every year ni aja Donald Trump America be Donald Trump fight kam aka kumo men fo amam banko febo wala ne lafta impeach ala adama impeach ndolenga adama shindige meneka fo nyimbe fen de ka hala dum do mala ta fala jambi e ka molla silandi meneka fo e ba noma ila juboda wal fama la fa adama barol adama fo alone ni nang 3 years so ni December alinga kata na tuje January at kana tuje it must be out wala mon nak mot
ka baraka baraka ete todo
assalamu alaikum nakeba mbe kondo na bake nde tomo Omar Sagna nade okay nana jambi kayro lemu bari commando no nal be haklo bakan Gambia 2016 election o wadola neaje molbina kan jambi kuma le fota commando me atina bi molbe findikan pour kana futa jang wala kada mundi wala mu sangi sabo mi alon ko akankula da banko kan wo sangi sabo wallahi do nying nata wala bi as Gambians pour ngaje ko wallahi do nying ayetima adalilo munati wala ngindi ko ndol Gambian ko lu ndol batatale mpastale 23 good years men kada nyim banko kan amam mo kumba ndol bele akalamuta akadam bele kunganjang so saying lefta munala ndol Gambian ko wala ngindi ko ndol lamansa kelu ndolle keke nyato ndolle keke nyontawdi ndolle keke fengo beti bari ngamuna cross je ninge kawdi ikana lon nyato le ika kuma fonye miya lon ko akaw kuyata bari kartobe ngin le wato men nyimba ngungam ato anyinda kulu wala kono horomo bunya anin kilimbaya Gambia be kafuta nyoma na president o miya lon ko kanda ka fane yara fam president because munen ala president ya ndema ma akadanya nimisolati mino 3 years ngol mu fitnan tungol ledi sai mol men 3 years o kankula dum on mo sifa juma nyol ledi mole alfa kumba nul men tambre banko mol nyaro tangi sabo kankula ni de ko 3 years ngol wo tangi sabo mol finire ko tangi sabo kan fraya kan la ngininga ni de ko mu fitnan tungol ledi sai alfa kumba nul men ngo tangi talulu tangi taworo wala karawo chandola wo men yo 3 years on kankula wala mo muna mo sifaldi mbawlu kuma na mo sifa juma nyol lela bari wala finde banko mol nyato ye sangi sabo kankula Gambian kol sondala mbulato no manga kardo sika ngadi president barola ngai ko banko mara for a period of transition which is 3 years and no wara na keba me kuma kilin fole nyim banko kan ni yamre karandale master degree le be bulu doctor degree le be bulu amanga gondamanda school de I went to school. If you have master degree, it doesn't mean that I don't go to school. If you speak English, it echoes in my brain. If you write English, I can read it. So alingana nyonane, alinga tonya fo nyoy, nyimbanko ndolebe de nyimbanko la. Ndolman la soto. Na Gambia soto. So mbafo na Gambia nkole ko. Nimme yamira ko ikarandale. Ila londo, ila master degree, iba degree ngola. Iko be Gambia ngol nane la. Mbafo le ko e mari. You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. Near master degree soto. It doesn't mean that I don't go to school. Memang for Gambia ngole. Kairo wala sijang, nada karabe on la jang. Kunun kumala fora banko kang. Mengkara tangi sabod. O tangi sabod lahir kaunyin. Natal puru wa timma. Andum bajal ko ay sabodi banko kang. Mala vi president na jang. Ya kuma fo mole bi sama ye fali. Be kondona, be tendula be jayla baraka baki.
I understand.
Come on. 3 years. In board. Yes. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Today is an Independence Day. The reason why I say it's an Independence Day, today is the day. Since 55 years ago, for the Gambian people to exercise their real Gambian citizenship is today. Look, we are born Gambian. We are not born UDP, we are not born APRT, we are not born GDC, we are not born GMC. We are born Gambian. Yes. Okay, so it's the right of the Gambian to demand for any right that the Constitution avail them. They as Gambians. They are not you are not born a UDP member. You are not born a GMC member. You are not born a GDC member. You are born a Gambian. Motate Gambians in your fineka. The Amut Ben Party affiliation. President we have no promise in 3 years. The first step down. Election promise Bobu Nono. Mota Nino Fitay, one Koneko. 3 years Ganua, 3 years Jotna. This is why we are here. So, Lolo, it's as simple as it is. So, excuse me, Mama, gentlemen, leader of Neko Luny wala Pugare Kola Nyun as Gambians. You know, they have some independence. Yes, they have some independence. We want to exercise that we are Gambians freely in this country, and that's what we are doing. Look, you give them the Gambia police force. Yeah? You give them the Gambian security institutions. Definitely look at the Lowland Buga. You tell at least you fee one and you needed when you President Bolo promise Lolo Mota New Fee. Thank you very much. 3 years Jotna.
Sorry, oi, boy. Boy, mbatung, slingo benna ba.
These people are, you know. My brother. I believe now more people around the world. I believe for give me no gadget. After most now. Yeah, they stop let them stop now. Brother, I'll kind of move. I'll know, yeah, I'll kind of move.
Charles, my bag. My bag. You need power anywhere.
Focus magnifier. Focus magnifier lang
Sanji Saba, na wala po.
Arabe kade, ali mo kade.
We brought him power. We are going to do this for power. We vote for him. I love you, No negotiation IG. No negotiation IG. No negotiation. No negotiation. No negotiation. No boro. You want me to say? Bango say. What am I left here? I bango say. Ala forati monde ay bango say. Baga do forati ay bango say. Ala fay bango say. Na forati ay bango say. Yes. Years Jotna. Ala bono bango say. Years Jotna. Years Jotna. We don't need you anymore in our office. Yes. I got a businessman. You say you are a businessman. Step down.
Hello and welcome to this special broadcast from Kerfatu. We are following a procession of a pro-democracy movement that calls itself 3 Years Jotna. They're calling, among other things, for the resignation of President Adama Barrow and for him to organize an election in which he will not contest upon the completion of his promised 3-year transitional agreement with coalition stakeholders. On December 1st, 2016, Gambians went to polls and elected President Adama Barrow. Barrow was backed by 7 political parties and 3 independent candidates, including 2 National Assembly independent members, Mohamed Magazi and Buba Aisane. At that time, Aissatou Toure was equally an independent, making it 3, but she was a presidential independent candidate. These were the people who came together and formed an agreement. And this coalition was backed by a memorandum of understanding which stated, among other things, that President Adama Barrow was going to contest for a 3-year transitional period. And after the 3-year transition, he was going to organize an election and in which he will not contest because the ultimate goal of the coalition, as was articulated in their memorandum, was to a lot of what a coalition was going to had envisaged to create. What in fact happened among all the committees, the coalition So like I was saying, like I was explaining, part of what should have been created, if you like call them the mechanisms that was to facilitate the effective implementation of the coalition agreement, was supposed to be not just the secretariat, but also several committees. These committees were going to be committees on human rights, committees on reforms and rule of law, committees on electoral reforms, among other things. Because the coalition did not envisage an executive president. So by the coalition agreement, the coalition was not creating a president who was to come to implement projects, but a president who was to come to reform the country from a democratic, from a dictatorial, institutionalized system to a democratic society. This was the task of the coalition agreement. But perhaps by error or by default, or because of the nature of the situation at the time, the coalition created this, perhaps having in mind the constitution, which actually in fact created the dilemma we're facing right now. Because the constitution of this country says that the president, upon election, has a mandate of 5 years. In other words, the president can be president for 5-year term. And the coalition agreement is a 3-year transitional agreement, 3-year transitional term. Now, how does the coalition intend to address this? Now, what they had articulated was to create what they were calling in their own way a coalition transitional act. The coalition was going to amend the constitution, and instead of saying upon the resignation of the president, the vice president completes the term, it will state that upon the resignation of the president, something like, of course we will leave this to the draftsmen of the constitution, but it will be something like, upon the resignation of the president, the vice president is going to take the country to election within 90 days period. This was going to speak to the agreement of the coalition. In the absence of that, as it is right now, when the president leaves office, the vice president completes the term. Now, part of what we expect, at least the Operation 3 Years Jotna, which is this pro-democracy movement that's calling for the resignation of the president, part of their argument is that there should be a creation of this transitional act. In fact, the National Assembly currently is composed largely of members of the coalition partners. You would know that there are, including the 8 expelled National Assembly members of United Democratic Party, there are close to 40 members of the lawmaking body that comes from the coalition parties. You have NRP having 5, you have the PDYS having 9, you have UDP, PDYS having 4, and you have the UDP, well, in total, excluding those that they've expelled, having 32. So, I mean, they have reasonable number of representation in the National Assembly to make an amendment to the Constitution, which is not entrenched. So that is the argument of the 3 years Jotna. It largely relies on, of course, the goodwill of the president, who will have to resign by his own will for this movement's desire to be achieved. Some of the most important things to note also is that right now the coalition of 7 parties are not in agreement in terms of the desires of this particular movement, 3 Years Jotna. Couple of months ago, a number of coalition stakeholders, excluding the United Democratic Party, a party that Barrow resigns from to contest as an independent, and People's Democratic Party for Independence and Socialism, PDOIs, have converged at Kairaba Beach Hotel to negotiate, renegotiate, if you like, the coalition agreement. And part of the consensus that they've come out with was that they came out with was that they've decided to extend the mandate of the president. In other words, they call it, in their own words, his social legitimacy, whatever that means. This was supposed to give Barrow the legitimacy that the 3 Years Jotna think he does not have now. Because the position of 3 Years Jotna is that upon the completion of his 3 years, Barrow's term would end as he promised the Gambian people. Of course, this is not the language of the laws, though. However, after the completion of this crunch talks at Kairaba, well, if you like, because it's a revival discussion that had happened, UDP, United Democratic Party, and PDOIS had made it clear that they were not part of this. But I mean, the rest of the parties, but then the Gambia Moral Congress, led by Mr. Ahmed Fati, also came out to say that they were equally not invited to the discussion. They were left out. However, after Mai's European tour, when he came back, that's about a month and so ago, he had made it clear that in his party's position, they don't think that it's reasonable for this country to hold an election within this 3-year period. In other words, they don't think it's reasonable. The position being called by being held people, but certainly it's a lot of people who calling for the president to honor his 3-year agreement. And we're heading to Denton Bridge. And at the Denton Bridge, these people are going to read a petition which they have, and this petition will be available to the media, and it will include, among other things, how they think this 3-year agreement could be honored by the president. And I've learned from a member part of the group that they've in fact gone ahead to draft an amendment to the Constitution, which will give the president an opportunity to amend this law at the National Assembly and make sure the transition goes as he promised. That's the position right now where we are. So we head into the Denton Bridge, where this petition will be handed, and probably the members of the 3 Years Jotna, of course, will also give to the media their petition and their statement. So the other issue that they will be also addressing the media about will be another planned protest, as they had said, which will be in January, because a lot of people we've spoken to have told us that this is the beginning. This is the first protest which is designed to hand over the protest letter to the president, and ahead of January 19th, sorry, when the president's term, that is, if we are to stick to the coalition agreement, expires. And because January 19 was when President Barrow effectively became the president of this country. Of course, Jammeh was still here, but President Barrow effectively assumed his mandate as the president of this Gambia constitutionally on January 19, when Jammeh's term expired. So that's the position where we are right now. We are a bit far from the Dundon Bridge. The vehicles, as you can see, going to Banjul are going and coming from Banjul are using one lane, and the members of the protest movement are using the other lane. And
That's the agreement, 3 years. IG 3 years.
I count him man direct. I went for Mole Bancola. So it's not for 3 years. Let him come down and back to his business. That's what he said. He said he's never having back to my business. So let him back to his business. I voted for him for 3 years.
It's 3 years agreement. So we want him to step down. So this is
sumo len lefe adam bara lefe ay mo funa bankola atlo ko sangi saba sitale ay funa bankola ay tala ko rawati wala ay bajin ko stay house usulata wala sangi saba ay ji ay
tadi I don't know tadi ba tadi ay mo la funa bankola nana man ko tamoni ba tadi na wa furo
Cairo ay ji ay mo balal please ay ji mo batatale fe mata tama kanja fe ne mata ke kay banko kanja fe animano
xam nga liñ bëggu Adama Barrow mu wàcc moo ñu waxoon 3 years jot na def li mu waxoon laahido bi na ko timmandi n'est-ce pas ñun bëgguñ problème suñu yaay Jammeh moo fi nekkoon waxoon na fi 1 billion years fiñ mu jeg moom xam na ko Barrow ñëw mu ne 3 years mu ñëw Birikama maa ngi fa mu ne adiyata mi yewo akuyata mi yewo mbe jam fo 2021 anyina tala kon dolle yake nun je ako sembo min bate bulu wote mo bulu wo man tara ya Jammeh bulu ay paral soto ay sojarol soto ay polisol soto e ko asba bulu ndol dum mam la fi wo man ni ka kan ci bal la minna banko yo doku banko la na fo beti nyaka Adama Barrow tata tola iko meet the people to atata ke campaign ya kala mu dem di campagne waxul baykat yi gerte gi lu muy jaar waxul ñu dara aba fo sama Sénégal ko tiye mba sanna ñinne la tiye be kala jelle la amam fam moli
so we want him to step down. Let him step down. Yes. People are coming. So this is what we want.
Ya understand. Ata janna era onoke ama fo sama Sénégal ko mbetiye sanna ñinne la ayen tol ñomin kol promise ko aben na silo dadala laba ako berole filtama malo fa jolon daba ko no le ban fa sama manga man dal
Years now agreed all then.
Sorry, sister.
ko ñomi hakalanga be jeta dala lastly anata ko fo berole filtama bang ndol dum ning adama baro salaw ya man taraje lata lale nga banko sika nga diala aya tamanda nyama nama no ay boje modo ena banko eta
sanji sabo na wala fo ay mo fu banko la de sanji sabo dafna la wala mo le so sanji sabo aji de sanji sabo telefon mbolo no telefon banko dum wala so ay ji mo fu na banko la yes abaraka ba
ñina la kon ka hakilo la blendi ka fa ñina tan ñu ko de banko di wala dara sanji sabo nga banko di la wala fle sanji sabo si dara la dem fu na banko la ko ke hakilo blendi wala free salon ko ñina ta je
da kun kelen juta bi office ko no gande ala so ko da kun kelen juta bi woto domo ndala la tulse ka mo sino ni ka do ka sino bakale wala problem woto you always plan to eat palm oil you don't want him to do that let him work for us and then let him step down we need that okay yes
okay for now baraka ba ke bado ku ni mamin na dan fonte thanks a lot yes
ila sabato juma
kema bi jam ke sidu no na sita ka firinde na sabato billahi na sabato na sita ka firinde hey sabato no sita ka firinde la baraka ba ke be na mana bado ku ni mamin na ya thanks a lot yes man
wasanyi sawa sita le ka hakila blandile ala ba ina ta jede alla bi ina ta jede ko samu na ina banko dinna ina banko dinna mello ga sawo la banko di mo la
what banana I'm very safe so ya le para kerale ina banko dinna ada wa pro tabi ba tati I want to know you know ada banko wa business man or
definitely
my business or no
yes
I'm a man say akuro I want to banko la I got tabi ba tati
yes man
man la fala agreement is agreement we don't want Shinola president. We don't want Jinkora president. We don't want 20 by 20 in State House. 20 by 20 in State House. Gambian people don't want it. We don't want. We are sick and tired of all these false promises that he has been given to us. We are sick and tired of it. Kamal Borosan 250 line no. Kamal Borosan 1,200. So man oda siara.
Ko bi fo kan samo marsero daga stande daga sulu sai ni dara marsero kan samo daga si woni lulu nka sawale so men ka san lulu ka san daga si kebe ni ma wandi bu ka to man sama kolere mu solo patata ka ne banko di nan karne fa sangi sawalla sangi sawo si da ne banko di nan na freedom mo soro banko ta ne banko sawalla na ko so ya ma din toy boy kan mu so ma ni e fa sa e fa sa bani e boy to do royo ko kale rimbi boy mu so ko ayne banko dinna criminal asiari banko ka wala nyabta musoro ka strala ta ibena ma wala busira ibena ma wala tale tulon ibena musoro kala na strala ka musoro patata wa ayne banko dinna
musoro ndele parara ina banko din be parara ina
suwani wute tare ko ka wa jaro ndawol ke be disle ko bandi asiari banko ba mo la tale mo la tale ayne banko dinna way ayne banko dinna
ay
3 years jotna 3 years jotna
And we are waiting for that day. Inshallah, Rabbi. Nabe Yajame Natla. Asipare, Anadala City. We don't give a damn about Yajame Sakanduman in Pampa City. Alaba Kondo Naman Hayisoro. Bobby Zoo, whiskey, Bobby Zoo.
Yes, Moro, no, send up a yamin thing because Adam and Kamu and Akafo, not a bag, not a family, no more bank on your name in Abakuela. Nina constitution, Adam and constitution, you put right way, pride in a dollar press the Asiron, you know. Another in Bagwell because I 3 years level more. Because I don't know 5 years or more, I don't on in Sotla. So I'm not 3 years, or I don't find out Bagwell, put out sit on that. So any more from Bowling Lord, I go Bagwell, no, Bowling Lord, or 3 years old. So 3 years old, Lahido Moldy, 3 years old, Lahido, Artiman,
is that what we need? Sanji Saba self-perpetuate. Sanji Saba self-perpetuate. Self-perpetuate rule. Lolo is over. Gambian people, we say new chance for our democracy. You want Aruna leadership. You have to hold them accountable. You know what we the government people. You have to respect us. When you want them for them, so this we're gonna do it. The power belongs to us. Never again.
Then no lañu xamom 3 years Adambaro nañu balal mu wacca suñu jox su rew mi te buñu fay li amanya kan joñin na because barata Adambaro enne bari nay wa tole fay ji ay ne banko di la jama de may boje
mbuka kuma kufuta fo barole ko abaji la ala
fa ji aji dale yes wala mun dala findo dalilo
ala fa ji ala nda ji dale ani 3 years lefo
ala fa ji 3 years o sita ay banko campagne wala ay ji time o sita ay ji to man la fa la ko daga 3 years ay ji
problème wala banko campagne
ali zombano domandi boatele sanyi sababu moma faide atele sanyi sababu njikitala latala ay lahidi akoni lahido timmata abe jilal wallahi atele abo
adam baro nata ako gambe no la kate fanye sangi sama mole keleje ni sangi sama sita bida election
dabandi saba yamoy dabandi saba lafa adam baro ay ji bi ay ji sini
lafta ay giya boji sanji saba na wala fo 3 years na wala fo sanji saba na wala fo na sita ay
agreement baro ngodde mo la fabe nje kanne ba ade bele fring baro e nje abe nje kanne ko di ade mo den dako ak bebe aisha kay ko sanji sabo sita na wala fo nyayta no mo wala sanji sabo sita totally ade maro mune be nje kanne aisha baby le mbatatale sanji sabo agreement we don't want you anymore respect the agreement normal respect the agreement of 3 years we don't want you anymore 3 years we don't want you anymore respect our agreement respect the agreement 3 years we said you in the Gambia for 3 years we don't want you anymore because
nga fidala ay boje nga fidala ay boje anji nga bonni jaay ji am mo fe boy no
respect the agreement of the Gambian
agreement of felaji malla fala ma kana
Come on. You can do it there. Sorry.
So all what we want, the president to respect the MOU. That's why
but President Barrow has made up his mind already. He's saying that his party would be registered by the end of this month. And by early next year, he would go ahead and launch his party.
No. That's his own thinking. He is there because of Gambians. Gambians has to decide that, not President Barrow.
Yes.
Not him. Yeah, Gambians has to decide.
But a lot of Gambians do also want him to continue until 2021.
Let them come out and show that. Let them come out. It's their citizenry right. Let them come out and show that.
Thank you very much.
Adala fo moma le dun ada ino adala fo moma le dun ada ada baro ji molie sanji saba ada wala fo adala fo moma le dun ada dan jotna 3 years jotna go for business IG Cherry boy IG anala dusano sidu njaay mur APRC mol mo la fala jang ko tanke abaraka ba
Adam Baro president ng 3 years ani moli yolo fo sanyi sabo sidare IG tell Mr. Baro that to respect MOU ay sunkala murundi Gambia la sunkala murundi sunkala da ma dantati ay Gambia sunkala murundi Gambia nol kang
Sanji Saba Jibo.
3 years. 3 years to Nata Adama Barrow. I
Still we give him the respect because we vote for him. So this is very clear, all wide, everywhere. Everywhere.
Allah mo fa tawta ya kelendi wo man nyang fo de na boyo Allah mo tawta ya kelendi fo nyandale bang wo man kudu men nyanda
this man of the 3 years we communicate with country is 3 years
Dale Sanji Saba egi Sanji Saba la hido le Gambia no la ko abeji la le do Sanji Saba le brenda sida abeji la 3 years
So why watch by force? 3 years la ñoo wax. Security man, please. We don't need greediness.
Moment ma hañi pour kanana wala sera moment dron bi jang ya fa xamle asa understand ko e santam su ngala wudu nga musu tuduje say kanya musu wudu wonde o manga kudi men ko liada so asa lon ko kamena pare dale 3 years jotna wado sida ay ji
Charles, let it go.
And let them know, even in my dreams, that I want an eye for an eye. I want him to be killed as he kills me anytime. That is my wish, and I put it on record so you will hear. I want an eye for an eye. That's my wish. But these are the people here. Sea of Gambians gathered at where we are told. Translated in the local language, and then we what the demands are, and what should happen next, and we all go and wait for Mr. Barrow.
Welcome back to this to our commentary on this live broadcast. With me here is Mr. Yakuba Dabo. He's being one of those who are strong advocates of the 3 Years Jotna movement, and he's being involved also in their mobilization efforts. Mr. Dabo, welcome to our live feeds on Kerfatu.
Thank you very much for having me.
We've now reached at Denton Bridge. Of course, we've now reached at the barricade.
Yeah.
What are we to do here right now?
So the plans are, because we were promised that someone will be coming from State House to receive our petition to President Barrow. So we want to wait for that person. If the person turn up, we hand the petition to the person, then we read the petition out to the people, and we also distribute the petition to the media houses so they can publish it for tomorrow. And that the whole Gambia will understand what the 3 Years Jotna is demanding from President Barrow and what we are asking for him to do for the best interest of the Gambia.
I mean, when we've come to, I mean, a lot of people, when you were the beginning of the mobilization efforts, didn't think it was going to be this big. It turns out there are incredible number of people who turned out to support the cause.
Indeed, and it wasn't surprising to us because we knew the silent majority of the Gambian people were in support of the 3 years. The almost 130-something thousand people who voted for Barrow voted for the 3 years. And that's the number of people you are seeing here. Over 100,000 people came out today. We didn't have to pay by the 10th of January. If he responded positively, then there would be no more protests. Nobody wants to be here in the streets. When people voted for him in 2016, they did not think that they would have to come out to remind him of what he promised them. But they have been forced and compelled to do it. Despite their concerted effort to dissuade and discourage them from doing that, they are determined to make that message clear to him. And that's why they're here. So 10th of January, we want to respond. If he is
a man of integrity, a man who has honor, respect for himself and respect for his people. We believe he would. If he doesn't care and has no respect for his own people, then he wouldn't. Then what will happen is we'll have to call the people to come out again, at which point we hope to put more pressure on him to yield all the international community to come and intercede. They've done it before. This is an impasse. They have to come and intercede.
What time was that? Because Barrow's mandate, I mean, if we were to honor the 3-year agreement, it would expire by January 19.
So it would expire by January 19. So what we are demanding is that because when you look at the coalition MOU, he would serve 3 years, thereafter hold presidential elections, at which he will not be a participant, and he will hand over to whoever emerges as the people's choice. So what we are asking him to do is that currently, in the current format of the Constitution, that is not possible. So we are not stupid. First thing we are requiring him to do is to make an amendment of the Constitution before the 18th of February, so that the Constitution will now say not only that presidential elections can be held in this country only 3 months prior to the expiration of the elected term of the president, which is 5 years, but that the president, a sitting president, can be able to call for presidential elections by just notifying the Speaker of the National Assembly as well as the chairman of IEC. We want that to be amendment to be done to Section 46 to enable that. We also want for presidential elections to happen 3 months every time, 3 months after presidency becomes vacant, either due to death of president, infirmity of president, resignation of a president, or impeachment of a president. So we want that to go into the Constitution as soon as possible, because it is not an entrenched clause. You can take it to Parliament. We believe we have the strong support, sufficient support in Parliament, whom you know that if that is presented to them today, they will pass it into law, and tomorrow President Barrow will be able to write to the Speaker of the National Assembly as well as the Chairman of the IEC, requesting them to hold a presidential election, which he will not participate. So we want that election also to happen before or by the 9th of September 2020. We don't want it to go beyond that date. So if we can get this bill tabled before the 18th of February in Parliament, this bill could be passed before end of March. If it is passed before end of March, it could come into law before April. By April, this letter can be written. 3 months thereafter, we can have elections, free and fair elections, which there is a level playing field for all the political parties, and then a new president of the choice of the people will emerge as the victor, and President Barrow will hand power graciously. For the first time in our history, we have one president handing power to another president peacefully. We've never had that. 52 years of independence, whoever occupies that place will take it as theirs. Barrow has already seen the place as Barrow Kunda. Today, Gambian people, hundreds of thousands of Gambians, wants to go to the State House to hand a petition to their leader. At the People's House, he decided that no, you're going to be very far away from me, and that's where I will send someone to come and receive your petition. But whatever you're saying will be heard by the creatures in the ponds there or in the creeks around Banjo, but not any public servant serving the people will hear this. So this is very sad, and we want the international community to understand that the Gambia, that is claiming to be the paragon of nations that respect the rule of law, respect the rights, fundamental rights of their people and the dignities of their people, this is how they treat their people. Not just one, but hundreds of thousands of them. They send them to the bush where they can have their protests, but not in the cities. Tell me which part of the world where you've heard of protests and it's not been heard in the city, but it's only heard in the bush. That has never happened. I cannot think of anywhere. I lived in the West for many years, in the UK. Whenever there is a protest, it's in London. In Paris, whenever there is a protest, no matter how violent it is, it always happens in Paris. We have the green vest protest in Paris. It always happens in the city of Paris. In Washington, the same thing. Because where else would you go to be heard by your leaders? We decided to accept their permit because we do not want them to deprive our people the right to be heard. We came here,
But we also want to show the world that this is the Barrow government taking Myanmar to the International Court, claiming to be the paragon of nations that respect rule of law, respect the dignity of their people. But look at how they're treating their own people. Where are they? So this is a message that the international community needs to hear. EU and all the countries that are propping this government need to now put pressure on them to listen to their people, because they don't want to listen. All they are interested about is their own interest. This number of people would not be here if it is not in the interest of the greater good of every one of us.
If you had been following the coalition agreement, the discussions, there was a crunch talk, if you like, a revival discussion between stakeholders of the coalition to amend, so to speak, the
constitution,
the MOU, at Kairaba.
And
that was led by
Fatma Jambajan. That was the most disgraceful act I think she had ever engaged in, because this went beyond just a bunch of leaders of parties claiming to have signed this agreement with Barrow. No, when they went to sign the agreement, for example, a party like UDP was not represented by any of the leaders of the party. The whole talks, coalition talks, during that period, the party was represented by Ajiham Sek and Alaji Asdab. They couldn't have been representing themselves. Them two alone, they were not representing themselves. They were representing the greater majority of the party's supporters and members. That's why when the agreement came to them, it was embraced by the greater majority and the supporters of the party. And they did that for the greater good of everybody. That coalition agreement, Halifa Sallah said it loud and clear. Without the 3 years, there wouldn't have been any coalition. Nobody among the political leaders would have wanted to sacrifice their personal ambition for someone else to lead the country for 5 years. So they decided that we are going to have a coalition for just 3 years, because that was endearing, and it would be endearing to all the political leaders to subscribe to it, which they did. And it was going to be endearing to the people as well, which they did. Now, after that 3 years, and we have to think about the far-reaching consequences of this betrayal by Barrow. Tomorrow, if our children faces such a situation that we were confronted with in 2016, we expect them to say, this was how our forefathers done it. This is how we are going to do it. If the model is this, if Barrow should hijack this model and take it as his own, the treachery he wants to commit here, and take it to his own advantage and lead for as long as he wants, those children would find it very difficult, as our oppositions were finding difficult before, to come together, because they will say, oh, you want us to appoint you to lead. What if you do what Barrow did? The same thing with other nations. We have people in Uganda who are going through dictatorship, bondage of dictatorship. They also want to emulate the Gambian model. How can they convince their people if this is how the Gambian story ended? We want a beautiful ending to the Gambian story. And that story is, we were able to defeat a tyrant and a dictator through the ballot box, through a coalition model that served a 3 years transition by a selfless president who put the interests of the nation first before his own interests. After the 3 years, he gracefully handed over power. He held an election in which that will be the beautiful ending of our 2016 story. Otherwise, anything else is ugly. What will happen is that people will say, oh, the Gambian model doesn't work. Gambians are out in the streets in thousands, demanding for their president not to betray their trust. The president never hit to them, selfishly self-perpetuated himself in power for another years until some military men have to overthrow him. That is not what we want. We want our leaders to see our country first.
Well, there can be a counter-argument to the coalition, the crunch talk that happened at Kairaba, which is what the leaders put forward, that they were, in fact, a representative equally of the people because they were leaders of their political parties. And they come from about 5 to 6 political parties. It's only three political parties that opted out.
The 2016 one, when they came together, they had a consensus. All the parties who participated agreed to it. In 2019, if they cannot get a consensus, that tells them the whole story, that they were not representing the whole people, not everybody who agreed to it. Because UDP is not in agreement with the extension, GMC is not in agreement with the extension, PDOIS is not in agreement with the extension. So who are the ones that are in agreement with it? PPP, NCP, GPDP, NRP, and an independent candidate. That is it. But if they were the only 4 people who made the agreement in 2016, would Barrow be there? The answer is obvious for all to see. And then this number of people here too is a story for them to, it's a telling fact for them to factor in, for them to understand that when they did it in 2016, they acted on behalf of the people. In 2019, they acted against the people.
So, I mean, there are a lot of people who are asking a lot of questions with regards to the coalition argument. There are some who say, well, if Barrow, for instance, honors his agreement, resigns, then what becomes of the rest of the government? I suppose this has to do with Barrow and not applicable to the rest of the government. It's not like the cabinet will be dissolved. Of course, obviously, if a new president comes in,
this
have to decide who to appoint.
In fact, this is why, to make it easy for him, we said amend the Constitution, Section 46, so that it will empower him. He doesn't need to resign. He needs to be sitting president, able to call for presidential elections,
oversee it himself.
That will be able to enable him to fulfill and implement the agreement in full, because he will be a sitting president who will be the impartial arbiter, who will not participate in it, will not favor any over another, and then whoever emerges as the winner, that's the end. Maybe we can have the current one say within 3 months, the transition can happen between the handing over can happen. He will then have 3 months from September. That 3 months takes us to when? December. December, the new president takes office. We have a new future. The coalition manifesto only has 3 years in it. What happened in the 4th and 5 years? Barrow will just be sitting, eating, traveling, and doing whatever he wants to do, and that is not in the best interest of our people. That is what we are telling him. So let him heed to the call of his people. They have listened to him when he called on them in 2016. It's time for him to listen to them. That's what we are trying to tell him.
Of course, as the coalition envisaged, I suppose your movement too does. I mean, for the parliament, their mandate continues.
Yes. So, if we amend the constitution, parliament can come to Banjul. If we so desire, we will walk straight to State House and pull Adam Barrow out and take him out. But that is not our desire. What we desired is to do everything within the confines of the law. But we want him to honor the agreement. That is the honorable thing honorable people do. And we want him to be a honorable man. For goodness sake, we want a president who is honorable. Even if nothing else, we want a president who is honorable. Not a president who is depraved and abased, but a president full of integrity, honor, and dignity. That's what we want.
Thank you, Mr. Dow.
Thank you so much.
That was Mr. Yakuba Dabo. He is one of the leaders of the 3 Years Jotna movement. He is one of the leaders of the 3 Years Jotna movement. And as you've heard right from him, there are an incredible number of people waiting here for a delegation to come from the presidency, as we are told, to take a petition letter from the members of the protest movement. And this letter will be forwarded, as we are told, to President Adama Barrow. There are also some couple of people who are coming from the direction of Banjul. We suppose they are part of those who are also protesting from the Banjul end. It's not yet clear, but it's a group of people who are marching towards the crowd coming from the Banjul direction. Of course, as indicated in the police permit, the group of protesters have actually stopped about 200 meters from the Denton Bridge. And that's where we are. We are actually about 200 meters from the military checkpoint at the Denton Bridge. So that's where a delegate or delegates from the president. Give me the sling, we are going. Can we go? Can we go? Let's go. Umar. Boy ngata rek. Nasa ji mo. No, amanjara wala. Let's go. No ngata rek, ngata. No, ngata sima. Omar, jira ngata.
Albita ala fo para so bala ma fangal si jam fe ka ko fe.
Hey. Omar, ngata.
Just to remove that one.
You have to go through the mangrove.
Which is this?
Charles. Yeah, you go. You're showing me the way to start.
Hey, the police is very good today. I'm so impressed. Like if they had training first.
Well, so, Islam. Yeah, well, I think largely because
We should all scream as loud as we can so that the president can hear our voices. And we can hear the people who put him there. In 2016, President Barrow made a call to the Gambian people. He said he will serve it for only 3 years. He will serve a transition of government for 3 years. And 3 years for the best interest of the Gambia. Today, 3 years later, President Barrow needs to be for him to serve another 2 years. It's for him to use his
Do you live abroad and want to build your dream home in the Gambia without risking your funds and family ties? Do you want a household name that is trustworthy, a name that will continue to give you updates on the project from the beginning to the very end with videos and pictures? If your answer is yes, then worry no more. Boss Construction and Asset Management is here for you. If you live outside the Gambia and want to build your dream home, then this is for you. Just reach out to Boss Construction and let's start building the dream home into a reality. With Boss Construction, the difference is clear. We give you value for money. Some of our services includes the following: construction management, building equipment rentals, rent management, purchase and leasing, asset management, and many more. For more information, please contact 282-4945. Better still, send us an email, bossgambia@gmail.com, or you can also visit our website on www.bossgambia.com. Boss Construction, a name you can trust. Boss Construction and Asset Management, keeping families together.
no lañ def ñoo ñëw ak yéen rek Skincare Plus nara jàkkaarloo ak yéen waxtaan ak yéen tuuti rek si suñu tube suñu baax emuñ rek ci ay diw waaye comme ni ngeen ko xamee rek dañoo yëngu ci ay tube te yënguwuñ nag si just any tube suñ tube bu nekk 5-star Jotna la 5-star Jotna mooy Jotna bi gën a pire moom la ñoo tube palmaan bi gën a fort moom la ñoo liggéeyee ñun rek si tube dara du doy day des not only dañoo tube but bu la neexee ñu tuubal la ba pare nag ñawal la. We're not all about skin. We are skin, care, and the plus does come in so many different ways.